Que lo que, como estás, que tal? You know, to work on my Spanish. So I just want to do this quick video, really quick. I got back from the Dominican last month, and I've been wanting to make this video. I just haven't. And I wanted to like just make all these Dominican videos just in one, and then just move on. So I uploaded a couple videos, and then I recorded a couple other videos like unrelated. But I wanted to just do all the Dominican ones and then start uploading other ones. So I'm gonna just make this last video about the Dominican Republic, and then I'm gonna move on to all these other topics and stuff. But this is a brief one. I just wanted to tell a quick story about the fact that I got pulled over in the Dominican Republic while I was there. I was only there for like 5 days, and I got pulled over by the police. And you know, I don't even like getting pulled over by the police here in America. You know, I just don't like interacting with the police. That doesn't mean I'm like, I don't support the police. Like, I'm not one of these defund the police weirdos, you know what I mean? I think the police are very necessary to keep society civilized and safe. But that don't mean I want to be around interacting with them, because you never know when you're going to come across a bad apple or whatever. And this is in a whole nother country, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's not like Mexico. Like Mexico, I get pulled over by the police in Mexico, I'm really stressing, because it's like, you don't know, it could literally be the cartel. Like, the cartel works with the police, or I've even seen stories where it's like they'll just be posing as the police and it's really actually the cartel. But I think it's all corruption and they work with them and all this type of crazy stuff. Like, I wouldn't want to get pulled over by the police in Mexico, because it literally could be the cartel and they could like rob you or kidnap you or traffic you or whatever. But in this case, it wasn't some back road where it was like there was no one around, or it was all secluded or anything like that. It was the main road going back to the airport. And the funny, crazy thing is, I had literally, I'm not making this up, literally a couple minutes before I got stopped by the police, I was literally saying in my head, yo, the police are chill here. They don't give a crap. They're like, everybody's speeding. They're like crossing people, passing people. It's not dotted lines. They're just like, they're like going through red lights. It's not like it is like there's mopeds all over the place. Like, they don't really enforce traffic laws here. This is super chill. I was literally saying that like in my head, like talking to myself or whatever, and then literally a couple minutes later, I just see this police. He's up ahead and he's just like waving me down. He's like waving me down, telling me to pull over. And I'm just thinking like, oh, you have got to be kidding me. Because it's a long story short, there was already, like, I was running out of cash already. And I'm just like, I don't think these tolls take card, which to me is literally the dumbest thing ever. Why would you have a required payment, but you don't take card? It's like, what if somebody doesn't have the cash? Which we'll get into that in a second. So I was like running out of cash, and then my stupid bank, which I've now canceled. I canceled that bank for a multitude of reasons. They gave me like 4 overdrafts while I was there, where they should have done that, but I got them reversed. But anyways, I told them through this date, the date I was flying out, I told them through this date, what on earth is this person doing? Dude, I know they're not, I'm about to say, dude, I know they're not parking like right next to me in this open parking lot, dude. I can't stand that. But see, now it made me forget what I was saying. They were coming right at me and they just, whatever. But I forgot what I was saying now. I forgot where I was at. Oh yeah, the bank. I told them, like, unlock my card, because you go out of the country, you gotta unlock your card. I told them, unlock my card through this date. I forget the date, it was like 7th through the 12th. That was the wording they even said. They said 7th through the 12th. Now, I'm not an English expert, but what does through mean to you? Because to me, it means through the 12th. I'm flying out on the 12th. That means unlock my card like through the 12th, and then on the 13th you could lock it again, right? They locked it on the 11th. So I'm trying to literally, I go to the gas station, and then on the gas station they got people pumping it for you, so you pump it first and then pay or something like that. So he pumps the gas because I got to get back to the airport, catch my flight. And then I give him my card. It says, decline. I said, decline? And I'm just looking at him like, oh, snap. Because like, whatever cash I have left, that's for the tolls. And I had already went through a toll that I didn't go through the first time. So I didn't even know about it. I went a different route on the way back. And that was the most expensive toll. Like 700 pesos or so, I don't even remember. But I wasn't expecting to pay that, so I was already like, dude, I'm like I'm like running out of cash. If I pay this dude with my remaining cash, like I literally won't have any cash for the tolls. So I just didn't know what to do. I don't even remember what I did. I think I was able to transfer money to my Cash App, and then I did like tap pay with my Cash App. If I wasn't able to do that, dude, I would have been screwed. But then also, I wasn't even thinking about it, but I had a crypto wallet the whole time, like a crypto debit card. I could have just sent crypto and paid with the tap with the crypto card, but in the moment, I wasn't even thinking of that. But I got through that, but then that's when I went on the main road to head back to the airport, and that's when he waved me down, and I was literally just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. He's like waving me down, like, it's gotta be like for speeding or something. Like, what is going on? This is crazy. And so he is standing in the road, dude. Part of me, a little instinct of me was almost like, dude, just go around, just get out of here. This is a rental car anyway. I gotta get out of this country. You know, we'll just dip out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll just dip out of here. We'll escape out of the country on some movie type stuff. But then he was literally standing in the road, and I was also like, nah, I ain't pulling none of that. So he like waved me down, and I pulled over. I said, oh my God, my heart is just like, I'm just like literally just so like, I feel so defeated because I'm just like, dude, this is a nightmare. This is turning into a nightmare because the stupid bank locked my card, and I thought they were gonna lock it on the next day. So I'm already stressing about that. And then I'm running out of pesos to even get out of this country. I'm gonna miss my flight. The flight was like $500 because I got it so late. If you get it a couple months ahead of time, you can maybe get $500 there and back, round trip, like for 2 flights. But for me, I got it so late. The first flight was like 360, and then the second one, I got it like super late, like 5 days before the flight, and it was like $450 or $500. So I was like, dude, I can't miss this flight. And I was down bad. I was so broke anyway. So I'm just like, dude, I gotta make this flight and get out of here. Dude, I was getting homesick. And they pulled me over, and they didn't speak English at all. And I don't speak Spanish fluently. And here's the funny part. I was literally saying, when he first pulled me over, he was like, he didn't speak English, I didn't speak Spanish, so we had to eventually, we just used our translator. We were literally talking back and forth through the translator app. If I didn't have internet, it would have been even more screwed. I would just been sitting there like, but that's the funny part, is literally, I was saying the wrong word to him. I said it like 20 times. I literally said, listo, 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 listo. I was thinking I was saying sorry the whole time. Listo means ready. So he probably thinks like, dude, this dude is like stupid, or what's going on here? Like, cause I was just saying listo, listo, listo. Like, I thought I was saying please, please. Like, you know? But it was lo siento. Lo siento is what I was meaning to say. Listo does not mean please or por favor or whatever, or I'm sorry. Yeah, I was trying to say I'm sorry, which is lo siento, and por favor is please. So I was saying por favor, listo, listo. And so he in his head, he's just thinking, ready, ready. Why does this dude keep telling me he's ready? Like, I swear, I thought I was saying sorry the whole time. I was literally saying ready, listo, instead of lo siento. So I was already like saying the wrong thing, but he's like, oh, we already scanned you going though. And I was like, man. And then he went to this side. He's like, we'll go on that side. And he was talking me through the window. And he was like, or no, I typed it. I said, so what can I do? And he's like, you just pay the fine and go. And I was like, how much? And he said, $35 US. And I was like, do you take card? And he said, no, only cash. I said, dude, what is with this place with the only cash? Dude, they have the tap thing where you can pay with tap everywhere, except the most important things where it's like a ticket where you're just trying to pay and go. Honestly, like if he accepted a card, I would have just paid and went. But they're like, oh, only cash. And then these stupid toll places are like, oh, only cash. So I was like, oh, I necesito cash para tolls. I need the cash for the tolls, and I only have like $7 in cash anyway. And he's like, oh, I was like, so what can we do? And then I said again, listo. And I was trying to say like, please, can I please just go? Or I think I typed, I said, can I please just go? I need to catch my flight. And he said, what time is your flight? I think I messed up again because I said 12, which I think is 12 o'clock. It was like 11:30. But my flight was actually at 2, so I mistranslated again. But he was like, eventually he's like, let me call my commander and I'll come back to you. And he went and called his commander, his chief of police, whatever. And then he came back, he said, it's okay. He said, you're good to go. He said, but slow down because the speed limit you were going, dude, it was ridiculous because it was literally, I don't remember the exact kilometers. I think it was like 85 kilometers in a 70 kilometers or something like that. I looked it up, the miles per hour translation, dude. It was 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. Like when you do the translation from kilometers to miles per hour, it was 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. And I literally 5 minutes before that, I'm thinking in my head, dude, they don't give a crap here, dude. The cops are super chill. They'll let you have a beer in your car. They'll let you they are chill in the Dominican. Wow. Everybody speeded. And that's the crazy thing. I was going like 5 over, like when they clocked me. But at times I was going like 10 over, whatever. And there'd be people passing me all the time, dude. That's even more. So I'm like, oh, I'm good. Like nobody's gonna pull me over. They might get one of these people like passing me or whatever. It's like, dude, of all people, the guy that's like getting passed by all these other cars, they don't get pulled over. I'm the one that gets pulled over. Like, it was just terrible luck, dude. But it was good luck also because they let me go. So I drove off and I was like, oh, thank God. Like, literally, thank God, dude. Like, because that was like, I thought I was like, I hope they're not going to take me to jail if I can't pay it or something crazy. It's a whole nother country. I don't know how they work. But then, just to close this up, I got to return this car rental and then get to the airport. And I get to one toll, and I'm like, I literally just have enough. I gave them my last pesos. And then I'm going back in through Santo Domingo, approaching the Santo Domingo airport. And right before you get to the airport, dude, I'm seeing another toll thing. And I'm like, oh, no. You can't be serious. I didn't go through this toll on the way up. So on the way back, I had 2 extra tolls that I didn't account for. I didn't know they were there. The first one was like 700 pesos. This one was only 100 pesos, I think. So I'm literally just like, I don't have that though. So I approach it, and I'm just like, I take my card. I'm like, oh, card. And they're like, no. necesita cash or whatever. I said, oh, and I'm just sitting there like, dude, I don't even know what to do. I already know I don't have cash, so I'm pretending to look around, like, see if I have some. And I did have some little quarters in the cup holder. I had like a 25 peso quarter, a 10, and a 5. So like 45 pesos in change, in coins. And I said, oh, this is all I have. And then she had to call somebody over, and mind you, there's people in the back waiting, so it's already getting awkward. I'm like holding people up, and it's already embarrassing. It's like, dude, you don't have like $1 to get through this toll, like you're that broke. But I'm just like, dude, I got the card, they're not accepting the card. It's the dumbest thing ever. Why in the world would you not accept card? That's the stupidest, dumbest thing ever. Literally, every gas station, everywhere accepts cars, except the tolls. Why? Okay, and he would explain to me why. Because what if somebody doesn't have cash, like I didn't have? In this case, I got some good luck also, because they said, oh, just go. I said, oh, thank God. I got through, dropped the rental car off. But then once again, I couldn't even tip the rental car either, because I wanted to tip him. The rental car dude, D. Marillo, shout out to him, even though I wasn't able to tip him. I might still try and like send him a tip digitally or whatever, but I ran out of all my pesos, and I got there, and he took me personally to the airport, but I couldn't tip him, so I felt bad about that. But yeah, then I made my flight, and I was good. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So that was just my little experience of getting pulled over in the Dominican. For future reference, I'm not going to Santo Domingo at all. I'm not going to Punta Cana. I might fly in there and just stay there, because my friend's going there in a couple months. I might meet him there. We'll have to see how broke I am to see if I can do that. But any Dominican Republic trips, for future reference for me, I'm going straight to Puerto Plata Airport, because Puerto Plata is like a couple hours from Samana and Las Terrenas, which is where all the nice areas I'm trying to be. I'm not trying to be in Santo Domingo or Santiago. I'm not trying to be in any city. The whole reason I went to the Dominican is to escape from all these people in this city. You know, I wanted to be at the beach. Santiago, that's just a city. That's not the beach. You know, Punta Cana, that's more like, I don't know, they have beaches there, but it's like a whole bunch of people. I'm telling you, the spots, the exclusive like spots where it's like, oh, like I'm like, I could have this whole beach to myself. You got to go to Samana. Las Terrenas was a super nice area, and I still got to check out like Puerto Plata, Sosua, and up along the north coast. But if they have direct flights to Puerto Plata, I'm just gonna fly there and then just stay up there. Because that main highway, I forget what it's called, but you go from Santo Domingo up to the north side, dude, they're literally sitting there with the speed guns. And I'm just like, and I think on the way up there, I didn't see them, but on the way back, it was a Saturday too. So, I mean, they do it just like they do here. It's like, it's just sharks in the water. They're just like waiting to ruin somebody's day. That's the only thing I don't like about police. It's like, there's all this crime out there they could be fighting. Instead, they're trying to, like, you know, get some money out of some dude going 5 miles per hour over the limit. Like, come on, bro. Like, go fight crime. But yeah, that's my experience with the La Policia, whatever it's called. This was like a month ago, but I just wanted to make this so I could upload this and move on to the other topics that I have recorded and I'm gonna make moving forward. But yeah, that was, just be careful if you're in another country, because especially if you don't know the law. Like, I couldn't even read the laws. Like, sometimes there'd be a sign, I don't know if that sign said like no passing or whatever. I don't know. I was doing fine, so I thought, and then I was literally saying in my head, like, dude, they are super chill here. They do not really care about some little traffic stuff. They're laid back, they're chill. And the world is so ironic, dude, because a couple minutes later, I got pulled over for speeding, going 5 over. I'm sitting there saying, listo, listo. thinking I'm saying I'm sorry. But long story short, I got out of it. I would have had to pay $35 if I had the cash or whatever. But I got, you know, I guess God was protecting me, dude, because I said a prayer to God beforehand. I said, please, just let me get through and let me make my flight and let me get out of here. And somehow, even though I got pulled over and ran out of money at the toll, I made a way out and I caught my flight. And, you know, I've been back in the States for about a month now. But I'm buying real estate in Dominican, dude. I'll talk about the Dominican in other videos. I gotta get back to work right now, actually, though. But yeah, I got pulled over while I was in the Dominican Republic. Got let off with a warning because I didn't have cash. And then through the toll, I didn't have enough cash to get through the toll here. They let me out also. So that's like, maybe that's my Dominican blood gave me some of that luck. You know, it was like, come on, man, I'm Dominican. It's like, I might look gringo, I may like speak only English, but deep down, I'm 50% Dominican. So maybe I had some home court advantage a little bit, you know, help me out there. But yeah, you guys have a good one. I had a great time in the Dominican Republic. I'm 100% going back, and I'm going to buy property there without a doubt, because it's like 3 times cheaper than here, you know, in this economy. Oh my goodness, like prices are only going to get more expensive. I do want to get a property here, but I also want to get a property there, maybe multiple. Depends on how well my crypto does. Because right now it's not doing too well, like down 90% of the year. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Que lo que? Ya tú sabes, coño. La República Dominicana, coño.